bitches! It's Witch Angel Nakora, and welcome back to Pesterquest. Last one, we got to see a car cat, and I ruined my throat for a little while, so I had to enjoy some peppermint tea and a crab top salad, which is kind of funny because well, salads are green, and the crab I put on top of it is red, so think about it. Car cat, and who else is green that we know? Kanaya. And we're heading on to Route 2 of Volume 5, I Have Plenty of Friends. And this one will actually be easier on my throat, let me tell you. You're learning more about yourself every day. For example, while you already knew that friendship was everything, you're now realizing that staying with your friends is not a priority. At least, that must be right, because you keep leaving friends and starting over again. Why are you doing this? Probably a deeply held value of some kind. That makes sense. Anyway, you're ready to meet more friends. And the only place you've seen new people recently has been on Jade's dream planet. You zap on over there. Seriously, I want to be on CrossFit soon. I mean, Durst. I'm already on CrossFit. This time something is different. It seems to be a different part of the day than before. And the overhead clouds that previously served as fluffy ambient backdrop are now alive with images. Meteors striking a dark world. A planet covered in sugar mountains inside of a goopy giant teapot. A young gray-skinned alien girl running around catching frogs. This must be the clouds that Jade was referencing. The ones that she said that could never be wrong. A young gray-skinned alien girl that is... what's her name? Nepeta. Because she's from the land of little tea cubes and sugar. We can take guidance from them too. You've tried some more dubious things than clouds. You zone in on the frog girl with the short haircut and the red skirt. Time for the zappy thing. But short haircut and red skirt, that's Kanaya! It's always night on Troll Planet, but at least when folks are out and about, but it's not usually this dark. You confidently head out to start exploring your surroundings, and immediately run into a wall face first. Okay, you're getting your bearings now. You've ended up in some kind of closet. You're afraid from making a hackneyed joke about it. They probably don't even have that cultural metaphor here. And the noise you made elicited an answering yelp of surprise in the room outside. You hear footsteps approaching you, and then someone yanks the door open. Hey, Kanaya! You look amazing. Hello. What the fuck? Opening the door has allowed a beam of bright sunlight to fall across your face. You feel instinctively that the light is something to avoid. You hold your hands up to shield your face, and then remember that your hands are also made of skin, and whimper. The heat is doing its best to fry you, like a vampire in a movie. You're sure that idle thought will not end up having any relevance to this troll girl's story whatsoever. What are you? Did you just wander in here, or like... what? Something like that, you tell her, cringing away from the light. If you get the feeling that this girl is not going to fall for the old mailman gambit. Mail troll? You tell her that you know one of her other friends. Who? Wait. Is it Car Cat? Yes! I knew it. He makes friends with all kinds. Well, I obviously can't kick you out right now. You don't seem to be able to handle the sun. So I guess you better stick around until at least nighttime. You can easily zap to nighttime. This is giving you an in. But instead, you agree. No problem. You can just hang out in this closet. It's fine. It's a lovely closet. I know we just met, but you are being kind of weird. You hope it's the kind of weird that eventually becomes charming. You don't say that, though. Just think it. You know the barrier between your words and thoughts is ambiguous at best. But for real. Anyway, you have no obligation to skulk around in my wardrobeifying assets chamber. I have a solution. Pulling the shades, maybe? No. Why would I deprive my plants of life giving sunlight to a fragile-skinned creature I've never met before? It is another solution. Oh, her room is gorgeous! I remember seeing it in the comic itself, but I forgot how beautiful it was because she's a Jade Blood, and Jade Bloods love the Alternian sun. Which is odd because normally if a troll goes out in the Alternian sunlight, they burn. And I don't mean burn as in, accidentally putting your hand on a stove kind of burn. I mean blister your skin off to the point you die. A minute later, you are dressed in a floor-length gown of emerald velvet with long sleeves, a high neckline, and a dramatic hood to pull over your head. The dress does nothing for the heat, but it effectively shields you from sunlight. In other words, she made a faux god tier outfit. There you go. All swaddled up like a baby, you joke. The troll just gives you a level look. Clearly you stumbled on a cultural misalignment. Even though she's the one that hasn't even heard of a baby, she stares at you until you start to feel embarrassed for knowing things that she doesn't know. She is very good at staring contests. What an amazing potential friend. Now at the closet, you know now that joke won't land either, because they're pansexual trolls. You look around the room. It is indeed covered with plants, as well as colorful bolts of fabric and half-finished sewing projects. Unlike Rose's knitting disarray, it does not give the impression of someone who has difficulty finishing things. This troll's room gives the impression of someone who enjoys, even excels at having multiple irons in hot places. Or at least she thinks she does. She seems to have just been on her computer thing when you zapped in because her chat client is flashing insistently. You try to peer at the open window, but she hits a button and makes the projection disappear, a delicate green flush rising to her cheeks. No need to look at that. Guiltily, you remember spying on Rose. When she called you out, you thought for a second that your chances of her being her friend had run out. Like if there was a universe where you had become a friend and one where you didn't, you stumbled clumsily onto the wrong one and the bad one, if you will. But luckily everything turned out fine. Maybe you could just get away with it again? Plus this troll doesn't even know about your powers yet. Not like Rose did. She would have no reason to suspect you. Do not. No, even if you don't get caught, it's just not a good way to begin a friendship. Much better to start on even footing. Besides, you already have it in. You asked the troll how she knows Carcat. She looks bored by this conversation starter. Sorry, but I was actually kind of busy when you came in. And I'm not going to consign you to fiery death outside in life, but I would appreciate some personal time. Sure, you say. Of course. The troll gives you a suspicious look, until you turn away enough that she can be assured of privacy. She goes right back to chatting with her friends. After a while, she gets up and starts working on a dress she's sewing. She gets getting frustrated, ripping it out and redoing it to get it perfect. She's not being rude to you, but she's ignoring you. You attempt to engage a few more times, and she keeps answering politely, but she just refuses to be pulled into shenanigans which from a lasting friendship could form. After several hours, the sun slips below the horizon and leaves the world in twilight. The troll girl yawns. Well, it should be safe for you to leave now. Goodbye. She nicely but firmly directs you out the door. Dang it! Kanaya! We just wanted to be friends. Time to warp back. Let's go ahead and spy on her a little bit. You excuse yourself to the... You don't know what they call it here, the necessaries. You wave your hand in a vaguely embarrassed way and the troll gets it. Out of her sight, you zap back to just a few minutes ago. Just outside the door to the room you're in now. You wait till you hear the thump of yourself arriving in the closet and the troll abandoning her desk. Then you quickly zap to the room and read her current chat. I just cannot escape my nose. The last 3 times you contacted me, it was to ask if I finished your dress yet. Under these circumstances, I'm trying to believe you wanted for No particular reason. I wish you would just tell me why it is so important. Of course you do. Fussy things always has to have a reason for everything. Maybe I just want a present for my Moirail? Did you think of that? It's Vriska. Or are you too busy fussing around in your fuss lock? Maybe I'm being nice. Oh, it's fuss block, sorry. Or did you not think I could be nice sometimes? I know you can be. When you want. Sort of. Are we Moirails now then? Yesterday you said defining our relationship was something only lame dorks would do. Yeah, my Moirail is a super lame dork. That's you, Fangface! It's just that I can't help but notice that I am your Moirail again right now. And you want something from me. You notice a lot, don't you? Always noticing something. I bet you would be shocked to know how much you don't see. You don't even know half of what I have going on. If I have ever pretended to know what is going on with you, please allow me to apologize for such a gross misrepresentation of my reality. Whatever. Can you just tell me if you finished it yet? Hello? Kanaya? The log ends there. You zap back before past you is done changing into the dress and re-enter the room. The troll Kanaya is back at her lunchbox computer typing furiously. Yeah, her desktop is like a laptop mixed with a lunchbox. Very portable. You have to handle this situation delicately. She can't know you were spying on her. Since you've already said that you know Karkat. You hedge your bets on all of them sharing the same friend group. You ask her carefully if she happens to know your other friend as well. Arachnid's Grip? The little green flush darkens Kanaya's cheeks once again. She bites her lip, kind of showing one adorable fang. There's two right there! Oh, I love her. She's so adorably tsundere when she wants to be. Yes. I know her. Why? You were sure that helping Kanaya figure out her situation with this girl is the key to earning her friendship. Big, juicy, interpersonal conflict to solve has been dangled in front of you, and nothing makes friends more reliably. But then again, you really don't know anything about the other troll. You don't even know her name, just her handle. Can you really be of use to Kanaya? Especially when your knowledge of the girl is based on a foundation of lies? Is this the right way to go? I didn't want to offer to help this time. You gesture wildly. You and this girl whose name you do totally know go way back. In fact, if Kanaya wants some help figuring things out with her, you could definitely help. You're an observant person. This part is true. And you want to help her. This too. Kanaya thinks this over, looking skeptical. What could you do to help? She's just impossible. Everyone knows that already. I am not breaking new ground about Vriska here. Vriska! That must be her name! Despite Kanaya's outward frustration, you keep sensing some kind of guilty affection here. You don't know what a Moirail is. How could you? You've never heard that word before, but it conjures a feeling inside you. A vague sense of warmth and comfort, and for some reason a dark room and the smell of popcorn. Don't get me started on that one little phrase. Anyway, it's clear some kind of intimate relationship, and Kanaya's feelings are all wrapped up in it. You know what to do in this kind of situation. She needs to tell Vriska how she feels. You expect Kanaya to brush this off. She hasn't been exactly Miss Emotional Openness so far, and she looks like she's about to, but then she wavers. To your surprise, she lets out a heavy sigh, her shoulders slumping. What would be the point? She's not even into the relationship we have now. There's no way she'd want to take it in a more crimson direction. clearly these feelings have worn her down so much, her spiky defenses are weakened. You don't want to cheer on someone's vulnerabilities, but well, it's hard to forge a friendship without them. You ask if she's sure about that. Well, no. I can't ever tell if she's sincere. She makes serious things into jokes, jokes into big dramas. I thought she started calling me her Moira as a joke. And then she told everyone else about it, too. She didn't even ask me what I wanted. And now I don't know how to talk to her about it. Every conversation we have gets so antagonistic. But I'm not interested in that quadrant with her. Sometimes it feels like our relationship is just an aggregation of shallow and insincere hostilities. Despite the unfamiliar alien words, this teen romantic flailing is all about common among all species. You nod sympathetically, but you point out Kanaya isn't happy now. So what would she have to lose if she pressed the issue? Kanaya gives you that even, scathing gaze again. And what is your personal interest in my quadrants? Karkat's friend. Whoops! You pushed it too far. All your recent successes have made you cocky. You revert to bare-faced honesty and tell her you want to get to know her better. I have plenty of friends already, and I don't even like them. But I will think about your unsolicited and unwelcome advice. Advice from a stranger whose presence you are tolerating solely to not be responsible for the death of an innocent is well known to be the best kind of advice. That's about the best you can ask for. You shut up and sit quietly while Kanaya goes back to her activities, sewing and tending to her plants with a big chainsaw she seems to have pulled out of nowhere. Actually, she has a lipstick tube that turns into a chainsaw. That is just the coolest thing anyone could ask for. Finally, she huffs a sigh and throws the chainsaw down on the floor. It disappears again, but a little gold tube rolls away from where it landed. Kanaya stalks back to her magic computer lunchbox. She is emanating such a determined air that you don't dare to address her. Maybe she's forgotten about you. If so, it's to your advantage, because Kanaya set up her windows in a very visible way, and she didn't tell you not to look this time. Up! Hey, Vriska! You know how you basically refuse to be straightforward with me. You know how you... And I use this metaphor with full consciousness of its on-the-nose nature. Always weave a web of intricate emotional misdirection, and basically act in the most infuriating way possible. What? Slow down! What are you talking about? Why did you start calling me your Moirail? Was it because you actually had those feelings for me? Or did it suit your purposes somehow? If I started calling you my mate sprint, would that make it reality? Is that how it works? You just say things and assume they will happen like you said instead of talking about it with the other person involved? That time I met you in an abstract and general sense, not specifically you. What? Are you... Wait. Are you saying you want to be mate spread? You know I'm one of the few of us who still likes you. You know everyone wonders why I still talk to you at all. And sometimes I do too. After everything you've done. I think in this situation the evidence for strong husband feelings on my part is compelling. I do not think our so-called Moira allegiance is satisfying enough to account for my continued attachment to you. Any outside observer would perceive as much. Wow! I think there's a confession somewhere buried under all that insulting language. You know what, Meanie Fangs? Let's do it. Let's be mate spread. Do not mock me. I'm not! Jeez, do you see how unfair you're being? Vriska, be more straightforward. Vriska, talk clearly about your feelings. Define our relationship. Then when I do, this is what I get. Let's flip bread. Why not? Wait, really? Yes! Oops! Oh, jeez! I love his little hard eyes! Kanaya, you're so adorable! Now you're making me have red feelings for you too, Kanaya! Oh my god! Kanaya slams the lunchbox shut and turns to you. She's even more flustered than she was before, and you can't even tell if she's freaked out or thrilled. Maybe even she doesn't know. Listen, I have to go somewhere. You can let yourself out, right? Do not steal anything from me. You open your mouth and are about to suggest you could just teleport her where she needs to go, but she rushes past you and down the stairs. And she's gone. Dang! You've been really getting good mileage lately out of being the person to unite distant friends. Really gosh dang stupid independent action. You get the feeling following her wouldn't go over well either. Kanaya probably needs some privacy right now. A lesser friendship aspirant might give up at this point, but your unique skills have honed in on one thing. This relationship is happening because of your advice. Surely once things settle down, Kanaya will remember this and turn to you, ready to embrace you and rain down thanks and praise for your good works. You're not about to wait for it here. You zap ahead a couple days. Zoop! No Kanaya. Nothing in this room indicates that Kanaya has even been back here yet. Try a couple days more. Still no Kanaya. You zap again. The brown edges on some of these leaves suggest that Kanaya has been at her new girlfriend's house this entire time. You're about to give up when you hear a door slam downstairs. Kanaya storms up the winding staircase, stopping dead when she sees you. Oh, great. Just what I need. Someone I don't know here in a delicate emotional time to witness my compromised state. Whenever I am on the precipice of romantic disaster, I always think to myself, I wish a deformed stranger was in my house refusing to leave. Just bear witness to my inelegant suffering. Oh, wouch. Whew. That was harsh. You're beginning to think your strategy is not going to pan out. Never want to be deterred easily, you cautiously ask her if she wants to talk about it. She puts her face in her hands. You know what? You're probably the only person who thought this was remotely a good idea. And therefore, probably the only one I can complain to. Everyone else saw this coming, I'm sure. As outcomes go, this woman is not particularly stealthy. When she looks up, she doesn't look angry anymore, just upset. Oh no. I do not know why I thought that in becoming my mate's sprite, but I somehow start acting differently than the way she always has. Relationships are hard. Relationships are hard and nobody understands. Well, no. I mean, they are a very common form of social interaction. I think most people, especially past the age when their genetic contribution is legally required, understand, or face certain calling. Yeah, if you don't give it up, you're dead. Okay, never mind that. You were trying to do a thing and it clearly didn't work. So things didn't work out with Vriska? You could say that. At first it was everything I wanted. She's right, you know. She can be nice sometimes. But then she just started ordering me around. Like I had to do what she said just because I was her mate sprite. Like maybe the reason she agreed in the first place was because she had wanted that leverage. You know she's upset, but she isn't getting visibly emotional. Instead, as she talks, her eyes narrow and her voice grows icy with anger. She grows very still, her muscles held taut. And she kept trying to use me to get back in with our friends who sensibly dropped her already, like Carcat and Terezi. Although I can't believe I still have any cash with them, after so obviously taking leave of my senses enough to date her. Even Terezi wasn't stupid enough for that. It felt like she just wanted me to like her so she could exploit me. Maybe because she doesn't have enough other friends, so she had to get the most out of me. Her voice is trembling with anger now. Jeez, that's rough. Honestly, it sounds to you like Kanaya dodged a bullet. When we first saw that Kanaya had a crush on this girl, we kind of assumed that someone as composed and rational as Kanaya would be drawn to someone who would compliment her well. But you just watched her walk into a train wreck. Well, encouraged her to. It's probably good she broke up with Vriska. I didn't. Oh, well. But you're right. Ooh! Angry vampire broke the keyboard! She stalks over to her housetop and throws the top open so violently it nearly breaks. She opens the window and starts typing, so hard her claws hit the keys so hard that one of them pops off and flies to the ground. You know, Vriska, I didn't just want to date you. I wanted you to feel the same things I felt and treat me like a mate sprite. And whatever this is, it isn't what I wanted. Excuse me? What are you saying? But Kanaya slams the screen down and turns away. Then she puts her hands over her face and bursts into tears. You can't help but feel a little awkward. There? Kanaya glares at you. You know this is your fault, right? I do not think you have shown yourself to be competent enough in this area to try to fix things now. Can you please just leave me alone? Yeah, you're not going to be able to turn this around. Leaving probably is the best thing you can do for Kanaya now. You nod sadly and zap the frick out of there. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kanaya! Oh, I'm not going to get Pandora into this. I'm just going to leak back myself. I want him to see this happy vampire get the right ending! We're going to back off this time, because Vriska is definitely not the right choice for this beautiful jade blood. No reason, you say. Just curious. Kanaya gives you a suspicious look. Okay. Well, I'm kind of in the middle of something. You can just while away the time until it gets dark. Sure. You watch her for a few minutes as she finishes up her conversation and then starts working on things around her room. But having seen what you've seen, you're determined to find some way to help her. If you can't fix her interpersonal problems, maybe you can figure out something else she'd enjoy. Filled with investigative spirit, you start to gather evidence. Snoop. You start to snoop. Spying out is far. Spying is great. You rattle through Kanaya's bookshelf. She has a number of sewing pattern books, which you assume must have some kind of whimsically gruesome twist congruent with the rest of the world building on this planet, but pretty much looks more like sewing pattern books. Sorry, I'm not a walking thesaurus, so hardly any of these words, I have no idea what they mean. There is one thing on the shelf in your own language. It's not a book, but a stack of printed out pages bound together in a distinctly homemade way. It says Spurb Beta Walkthrough at the top and is covered with familiar erudite prose. What the frick does that mean? You're pretty sure the events described in this document never happened in the timeline you're currently making. But maybe whatever source Kanaya got this from is not bound strictly to one timeline. There are a number of books featuring shining white figures, mostly women, with prominent fangs and variously colored blood dripping from their cruel and elegant mouths. They're all dressed in an explosion of brightly covered fabrics. Yeah, jade bloods are also known as rainbow drinkers because they're vampiric, and yeah, they will drink blood on occasion. Something about their sparkle strikes you as strangely familiar. You must be thinking of vampires. There's no reason why you would know anything about whatever the rainbow blood imbibing troll equivalent is. Most of these covers feature a swooning troll of varying genders, clearly about to have her throat torn out sexily. Many of the rainbow vampires are being menaced by brave heroes, all wielding chainsaws. But we do know of one male jade blood that was the first transgender troll, but had two awkward routes, and we never did the other route. A loud buzz makes you look up. You can't help but note that Kanaya is tending to her topiaries with a large chainsaw of her own. Okay, you're putting this all together. Bright colors around her house, choice of weapon, love of sunlight. Kanaya's heart's desire is clearly to date a sexy vampire. Maybe that's what AG is. No, she's a manipulative spider and she's a total... I just censored myself. I think you can figure out what the word I'm looking for is. You wonder if you can make this happen for her. Maybe on this planet, it's not just a fantasy. You clear your throat to get Kanaya's attention, and then you casually wonder aloud if Alternia has any kind of non-living creatures? Oh, you mean the undead? Yes, the undead! Where might one find the undead? It is not difficult. They tromp past my hive in their hordes every day, slavering and so on, trying to get in sometimes. It's all coming together. This must be the root of Kanaya's fascination. Start to form a plan. For the next few hours, you keep a keen eye trained on the window. Sure enough, within an hour, a group of strange, shambling creatures lurches into view. You yell and point out the window, drawing Kanaya's attention, and then zap yourself out there in front of the horde. As you're close up, you can see that these guys are not exactly the debonair creatures of the night from Kanaya's book covers. They're more like zombies. Big, slow, stumbling things, half of them falling apart. Still, needs must, you're going to net one of them for Kanaya. Stand your ground as they lurch towards you, trying to select the most alluring. Kanaya, put away the chainsaw. Suddenly, Kanaya is at your side, out of breath from running. She is wielding her chainsaw. Are you actually bereft of sense? You don't fight the undead. This is suicidal. You weren't trying to fight them! There's no time to explain that because they attack you anyway. A great monstrous arm backhands you to the ground, and monster claws tear through your gown and into your shoulder, lifting you by it. The creature opens a mouthful of more teeth than you thought could fit inside there. Then you're falling. You hit the ground and roll, dirt grinding into the wounds on your arm. Ew! Gross! The top half of the creature lands next to you, twitching slightly. Kanaya's chainsaw gleams with black blood. She twirls and bisects another undead thing. Then a third bear hugs her from behind and lifts her, its maw opening wide. You scramble to your feet and throw yourself at Kanaya, grabbing her kicking leg and squeezing your eyes shut to concentrate. You zap. Please don't let the monster have come with you. You open your eyes. The monster did not come with you. Only its arms did. Kanaya shakes herself a little, free from their disembodied embrace. Blood pools on her carpet. She's done something to get rid of her chainsaw, and suddenly she's holding a tube of lipstick, which she opens. She slicks a fresh coat of black onto her lips. You slowly catch your breath. You're about to offer an apology, but something makes you pause. Kanaya is staring down at the pools of blood. She cautiously, guiltily leans down and swats a finger in the mess. Then she brings it to her mouth and delicately licks. Blech! I've been waiting for someone to do the bluff face! Thank you! Kanaya, thank you for doing the bluff face! I love that face! She makes a face and spits the blood out. Then she looks up at you, flushing emerald with embarrassment. Oh, you think you made a mistake. Kanaya doesn't want to date a vampire. She wants to be a vampire. Pretend you did not see that. You smile cautiously. It's okay, you tell her. You're embarrassed yourself by your foolish actions. Yes. Why did you do that? Also, how did you teleport? We will be coming back to that one. Do not mistake me. I can't understand why anyone would run straight into a horde of undead. You look down. Well, as though when she said undead, you were picturing something else. Another kind of creature that was dead and now isn't, and is a little more appealing. Understanding dawns. Oh, I see. Well, that's understandable. Vampires are just so cool! They're so cool and hot, and it makes sense for anyone to want to be one. Unless you're John Robertson, you constantly live like a vampire. Which is not a bad thing, because damn, he looks good! I don't know what a vampire is, but I believe that we are on the same page. Maybe I misjudged you. Perhaps you have greater intelligence and finer taste than I originally inferred. Maybe, you say, and you bet anyone with taste would find Kanaya's darling, unconventional aesthetic intriguing. Even someone like the technical therapist. Kanaya freezes. Well, how do you... Did you just... I mean, who is that? I mean, She clears her throat uncomfortably. Whoever that is, I hope you are right. And also, well, she looks embarrassed again. Thank you for saying so. You nod, wondering if you should just say more. But you should just keep that friend secret. Just like you are going to keep Kanaya's vampire fantasy secret. Because that's what friends do. Yay! Even though she has the most awkward face in the world, we finally got to be friends with our favorite jade-blooded rainbow drinker. That's so awkward. Well, that was Kanaya's route. Oh, that was so good. We went from a low blood to a mid blood because jade bloods are considered mid card trolls because they're extremely rare. But yeah. Oh boy. Well, we went from being awkward and made her sad to finally making friends with her. But now I'm going to wait for the next chapters to pop up, and hopefully we get to meet Aradia and Solix, or maybe we get to meet Aradia and Gamzee, or Tavros and Nepeta, or maybe Terezi. I don't know. That's all up to Wet Pumpkin to decide who's going to be in the next chapters. But I'm going to get on out here, maybe chill out on Alternia, maybe bounce around a little bit, wait for the next route to pop up. I'm gonna get on out of here. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button with a big old bibbity bobbity boop. And I'll see you on the next one. Mwah! Stay magical, my friends. Man, it'd be awesome to have a friend like Kanaya. She could make me like the coolest goth dress ever.